Homie stay tripping cause I got no funds. Homie stay tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Okay, now drop your bag, sass. I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Strum cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the South on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I made it out of chump, at least I know I'm up, boy, thump. Like my neighbors jump, put up a pump, pump. Boy, I bump in that Billy Strong, he ain't know he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun.
Broski, yummy. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G. I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in the she just made a big. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posting with my this say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I release my soul, now they taking pictures of it.
Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, and she know it. Yeah. It's eyes on the prize, I can't live life in disguise. Cause bro recognize I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tight like ties. On the industry advice, I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in disguise. We lit in real life, we don't pay to be verified. We just manifest, lay and grind on the rise. We defy the odds like it's nothing, time after time. God bless this eternal shine, yeah. Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe.
It's week 4 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Dolphins and the Jets.
Just across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that is a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who have to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
One of the best parts of the week, Mike, is when we have an opportunity to sit down and visit with these guys during the production meetings. And the thing that we both came away with was, while he was happy with the overall performance of his team a week ago, you could tell that lone interception left a bit of a bad taste in his mouth. He called that errant pass unacceptable. He doesn't plan on having too many of those in this one. And look for him to be a little bit more careful with the ball as he tries to get his team to another victory here today.
There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. Whoa. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Once again, it's Achane. He'll work forward for a couple. He's brought down by Kobe Turner. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. 2nd down and 8. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah McFadden.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Jalen Phillips that time, in there for the sack.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Got his man at the 6. And he will score. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, New York. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. The extra point from Carney is good. And the Jets will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the... And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Now Russ. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a give to Achane. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. They'll toss it here to Achane. And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry. 2nd and a yard. On the ground is Achane. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past. But here, you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
Move back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. A run up the middle with Achane. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5. Trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. On 3rd down, they'll run. And here comes the reverse. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
That ties the game at 7.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready for their 2nd possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive. 1st and 10. Catch made right side by Wilson. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch. On the give, it's Hall. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw. That's to the running back, Brees Hall. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They've got it at the 8. 1st down and goal. They'll run. It's Hall. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And he's going to get this down to the 10-yard line. Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's 3rd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. This one complete to Bryant.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Wilson. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense. Automatic 1st down.
Throwing now. Wilson on 1st down. That's taken in by Achane. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the handoff, this is Achane. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Wilson lines up in the pistol. To the outside, he's got Waddle.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Two minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins will tie this game up here late in the first half.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins. 1st and 10. Open man. That's Trey Tucker. They come to the line now on 2nd and 2. This one complete to Washington. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Back to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. He gets this one to Tucker. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, set, go.
That's Washington, the man in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is caught side of the end zone. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, New York. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Jets go up by 7. It is now 17-10. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Devon Achane to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wilson. He runs with it.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Now Wilson. Off balance throw. It's complete. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Dolphins.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 2nd down, Russ. He's going to keep it himself. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call.
Pass. offense.
So we have reached halftime with these two teams separated by a down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Drake May, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. C.D. Lamb, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Jamison Williams, a touchdown reception. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And they'll mark them down up beyond the 30.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10.
Let's go now. Set up.
He'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above.
Ball is hit. He's lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
Third and long.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one caught by Tucker. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Dolphins' 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now, faking the give. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. That's Washington, the man in motion. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 7. Back to the air one more time. To the right side here, pass is caught. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in on EA Sports. Try it again here from the 7-yard line. Second down and goal.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 3. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. It is brought in the end zone. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, New York. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point from Carney is good. And the Jets move out to a 24-10 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Now stoppage here for an injured player. That's Jalen Waddle, who's in some discomfort. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That one good for 26 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Again, Wilson. And he will score. Game on. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown, Miami. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Makes the score Jets 24, Dolphins 17.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Jets offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. The open man is Wilson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. He'll try to run for it with Hall. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down. On comes the punt team now for the Jets, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Now Russ. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. A throw on the move is caught. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Play action. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's caught downfield by Smith. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 35 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Here is 1st and goal. Here's Achane. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Go with their fullback trying to get it. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Dolphins. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. The Jets offense ready to take over once again. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead. On this drive, it starts with first down. That's caught downfield by Tucker. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. Here's first and 10. We'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here comes second down. Back to throw. He gets this one to Tucker. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. A lot riding on this play. Tie game, final minute, third down. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Jets are going to use their third and final timeout here, and the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run it with Hall. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here we go. One final play. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. So, overtime coming up. Not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets one possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Let's go.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. There's that man again, another catch. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down. Returnable from the 17. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Now Wilson on first down. Off he goes.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Here's a give to Achane. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Now he'll run it.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. We have a timeout for injury, and that is Sauce Gardner, who is in some discomfort. Once again, it's Achane. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. Greg and I back to search for a winner after this. They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff. A wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And that not a guy you can afford to lose here in overtime. The line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. A run up the middle with Achane. And he's into the end zone. That'll do it. They win it in OT. So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
Hey, yeah, fresh out the. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, Venmo, PayPal. Turned up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole take, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out, yeah, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world, and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang it. These no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
That's how I be happy. Just for all my not a band. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a